So yeah, here we are in another Mythic Plus. Excuse me if I sound tired, it's cause I am. But yeah, I just thought I'd show an entire run. I mean, I know you guys already know these dungeons and everything. I'm just having fun with the recording. See what can come of it. Also nice to be able to look back and see what the hell am I doing. You know, because I'm definitely not a professional player, so I make tons of mistakes. It's also fun to play with the editing and stuff, but yeah. Here I think I'm playing with the Onyx Amulet as well. And like in the previous video, I'm not sure. Obviously it's another group. Basically I'm pugging all the time. I think I was in a guild for a maximum amount of 3 days on this character.
Watch your step.
This is my main character. And yeah, I don't know, it's like, to me joining a guild is like, there are two things. There needs to be some form of progress rating, and obviously you want to be able to vibe with the people. It's like I don't want to be in a hardcore guild even if I could be in one. Like I don't think I'm good enough to be in like a hardcore guild. Like I don't have those skills, and I also don't want to dedicate the time necessary to be that good. But even if if you don't vibe with the people, then, you know, what the hell are you doing? So yeah, pugging. I mean, it is kind of difficult sometimes, especially if you want to push keys. Like I recently finished my first 20 timed, got over the 2500 rating bump. Yeah, that is more difficult to do when you're just pugging. Like sometimes I've been playing with a few people that I've gotten as friends in the game now since I joined again. Makes it a lot more fun, obviously. But most of the pushing I've been doing myself. I mean, I developed a bit of a strategy. Like if you want to push your rating, well, I mean, first of all, don't be afraid to apply for groups. Oh man, look at that mistake I made. I think I survived. I did that in another run, similar thing, and died. I need to stop doing that. But yeah,
Watch your step.
you know, if you want to push your rating in a steady pace, you can always check like what's your lowest key, and just when you're looking for a group, if you're not, or look, you know, with friends or alone, just search for that dungeon, just that one dungeon, and just apply to everything until you get in. Well, not to everything, I mean, like if you have 400 item level or something, maybe it's just a waste of your time if you apply it to like plus 20s, obviously. Yeah, because you're not gonna get invited. I mean, at least that's my experience. I mean, I still have a hard time. Like I'm 415 item level, and I got, well, now I got 2500 rating. I mean, it's not a lot. I know, like the really good people are over 3k, but you know, for 20s, I mean, come on, it's good enough. Like most of the time I'm pugging 18s, sometimes 17s, but very rarely, and then 19s, so 18, 19. Mostly because when I apply for the 20s, you know, I just don't get in. I just don't get into the groups. That's one of the things
Your
that
step.
can really set you back, like it, not getting into groups. I definitely felt a similar thing going to 15s. Obviously I had way less gear and lower rating. I mean, generally speaking, I'm thinking about when I'm inviting people, when I'm making my own groups. Like, I'm looking at the item level, obviously, and the rating. Rating, I think, is usually more important. I mean, in certain cases, you could clearly see it's a character that's been carried, but if it's not, if they have like a item level that may seem a little low, but they have a high rating, a high score, I mean, at least it's a good play, right? So yeah. Anyways, balanced druid, man. I'm coming back from. I stopped playing after Firelands and Cataclysm. Well, I did Firelands and Blackwing Descent, and then I stopped playing back in the day. And here I am back. Started playing again in January, and I'm liking it. I mean, so much has changed. It's been a steep learning curve. Everything's much more complex and complicated than it used to be. I mean, the rotation is like 4 times as complicated. It was very hard to get a grips with the balance through it as well. With the, also with the set bonus and stuff. Like, if you don't have tier set bonuses 2 and 4 in this season as Moonkin, as everyone already knows, you're fucked, man. You're basically fucked. But then you have, there's many issues that they are addressing now with the next season. Like always spamming Wrath unless you get a proc, if it's a single target and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it can get complicated, especially when a big massive pool and yeah, you wanna keep stellar flare up on all targets, which is what, if you wanna maximize your damage, that's definitely what you wanna do. But yeah, I mean, it can be hard. It can be really hard. And to know like when to stop or on which targets to take and whatever, it all depends. Like, well, there's a big skill ceiling, which I like, but it's enormous. So there's always something you could have done better. On the flip side, when you do really well, it feels great, because you're like, yeah, I did that. But yeah, how fast do the mobs die and all of these things also play in, of course. Like, how much time do you have, because Stellar Flare, you have to cast that, and it only ever goes on one target at a time. So I mean, usually it's Moonfire. Well, it's always Moonfire, Sunfire on all targets at all times. And then, I mean, you can kind of bridge the gap with the shrooms, which is what I usually do in high tempo runs, like where we're just like pushing like crazy, because then you just don't have time. Obviously, if you're doing a 20, you will have time, because even if you're pumping and your other DPSers are pumping, those mobs are gonna be alive. So don't you worry about that, you have time. But yeah, I used to have, well, for the past couple of weeks I've been playing with the mouse over macro for both the shrooms and the Moonfire and the Sunfire. And at that point I felt like it really helped, because I could keep one targeted, one mob, and then just like hover over and Moonfire. But in other situations it was just in the way if it was messy, like in this situation, or like mobs all over the place and you wanna moonfire, like the last boss in this dungeon specifically. Like I'd target one of the crystals in the corner of the room to put a dot up, and as I click it and move my mouse away and then press Moonfire and Sunfire, my mouse is hovering over another part of the room and it goes over there instead. And you know, there are many situations where that has happened, so I just remove those macros. I mean, it's to each their own, I guess, but yeah, no. Tab target or click I think works better, at least for me. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, you see here I'm pushing up the stellar flare on each of these targets and then just Moonfire, Sunfire, and then go loco. But you see, it takes time. Holy Dolly here, I think that's the tank actually. Or is it? No, this is yeah, this is a Retribution Pally, I think. I think our tank is a bear. Man, I don't even know. I'm so tired. I can't. No, the tank is definitely Paladin. Okay. Damn. He was fucking pumping. Who is healing here? Oh yeah, Kelray. Yeah.
Watch your step.
Oh yeah, it's a double bunking run. Oof. Yeah, man, I hate that. I absolutely hate this part of this dungeon. When that happens, you get chained. First, you get like put in place. Obviously, I can just shapeshift out of it. I don't do it if I don't die. You know, if it's not threatening. But man, that silence, and then you get the sleep, and then you get the silence, and then you get the sleep, and then you get rooted, and then you die. Especially when there's no one there to cleanse or remove that the sleep. Not very fun. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but so many times I've been like, okay, I'm gonna really push on this one because I have cooldowns up, like here, and I have time before the boss, and then you know you dot everything up, and then you go into Eclipse, you push Starfall, and then you pop Incarnation, and bam, sleep for like 5 seconds, and nobody is removing the debuff, that sleep aura. Even in parties where there is clearly people who could do it, you know. I'm calling you out, Resto Shamans. Please don't leave your DPSers asleep. Yeah, they are barely in range here. But okay, here we go. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. This is frustrating AF. Oh man, I think I might die here. No? Okay. Yeah. Well. Hallelujah. Also, like, tell me what you think. Like, should I turn down the game volume and turn up the music a bit, or let me know what you think. It's always easier to call these things out in other people's videos. Most people make amazing content now. I'm definitely not up to that level. Not even close. I'm a beginner learning. Having fun though. Learning new things. I mean, I started with YouTube just before I quit WoW. Who knows? Maybe if I'd stuck around, I'd do YouTube. Who knows? Picking it up where I left off, more or less. But yeah, man, this game has changed so much. Many things for the better, I have to say. Cause I mean, when I was playing before, yeah, I mean, I was raiding hardcore progress raids in heroic before mythic was a thing. But you know, there was really nothing else to do in the game. Like, you raided, progress raided, and you know, I never was a person to level also, you know, endgame for me was just like logging in for raids. Only other time I'd log in is if I absolutely like had to be able to sustain my raiding, meaning farming for food and pots and stuff like that. But other than that, there was no reason to play. You know, and it's not because I didn't want to. It was just like there was nothing to do. It was just really nothing to do, and it was just boring. Now there's tons of stuff you can do. So you have to like manage your time better.
Watch your step.
And show some restraint.
Watch your step.
But yeah, man, the game is so much more compelling to play. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm still not sure, like, if I'm playing with the Vault of Incarnates ring that gives me that absorb shield, or if I'm playing with the other ring. I don't know. I felt like the amulet is amazing. Like, it's just crushing in AoE. But like, I don't know, like, if the difference is that great. Like, I have a 418 rings, but other than that one, I mean, I'm thinking like if they were 424 or 421, maybe the amulet would actually be a downgrade. Now I'm not so sure. Definitely seems like it's worth it in. I'm saying AoE is actually like significantly improving the single target as well. Yeah, I'm playing with the amulet. I saw, yeah, there you see the animation. It's that blood stone that steals life. This is definitely amulet. Oh wow, it's cool to watch back. Like, there are so many animations that I don't even see when I'm playing, because there are so many things you have to keep track of. Like that sword that the boss was using right there, like that magical sword. Never seen that before. And that blue thing that was bouncing all over the screen. I've never seen that before. Like, I don't. What?
5.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And this is not that bad. I mean, there are so many, especially like when you have 3 affixes plus thundering in these dungeons. there's just so many things to keep track of and see and dodge and blah blah blah. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's too much, in my opinion. I mean, I understand. Like, I'm still like struggling. I mean, I'm trying to keep track of the most dangerous things and then just kind of like filter out the rest, and that seems to be working so far, but there's no way in hell that you can keep track of all of these things. Like, imagine if you couldn't use add-ons at all. And I'm just thinking like timers. Like, if I didn't have timers for my dots, for Pulsar, Star-Lord, and everything, like, it's like the amount of DPS that I would lose. It's way too complicated. Like, I'm all for the change that Blizzard wants to make. About, you know, making it so that add-ons can't tell you what to do. I'm all for that. But like, please, for the love of God, don't touch my CDs and my procs. I need those timers. I can't look at 500 million things on the screen to not die. And also keep track of all of these numbers as I'm playing, and having to change rotation and blah 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 depending on the situation. No. Then that's too hard. I'm sorry. Don't touch that. Can't touch this. Da, 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 da. Alrighty. But yeah, man, if you wanna play Boomy, if you wanna try, go for it. It's really fun. Absolutely most important thing. I mean, there are many important things. It's so many things to learn about it, the rotation and the play style. But the absolutely most important thing of all, always keep Sunfire and Moonfire on all targets at all times. Always. 100% uptime, because it buffs your damage like insanely. I think right now with my mastery, my Wrath is buffed by 36 or 37% if I have Sunfire on, and the same for Starfire if I have Moonfire, and then subsequently all Astral damage is buffed twice, both of these. So that's almost, it's like 75%, you know, it's insane. 75%. Basically, if you don't have Sunfire and Moonfire up, you don't do any damage at all. Your damage is crap if you don't have those up. So you have to have those up. I mean, usually, like you see, my Stellar Flare, I renew it at the very earliest 7 seconds before it runs out, but sometimes I wait until 3, and you know, sometimes the timing is better, but depending on the situation, sometimes it's better to just refresh the dots, especially if you're moving and don't have enough astral power to do anything else. Another good thing to cast if you're moving, and especially in a boss fight, even if it's just a boss like this, no other targets like it is at the moment, mushrooms, wild mushrooms, because they do damage, they give you they generate quite a good amount of astral power, and they put an extra dot on the target. So you see now I have Moonfire. You can't really see it because of all of the timers, but Moonfire, Sunfire, and Stellar Flare, and then there's the Rage Feather as well. And here, on this side, right here, like trying to put up as many dots as possible without overdoing it on the crystals, and using my spenders. The spender I'm using here is Starfall when the crystals are up. I even pop Starfall, like try to do it right before. But yeah, nice padding for the damage. And I mean, if the other DPSers are also damaging the crystals, that's basically all you have to do. Dot it up, push Starfall, and then focus boss. But yeah, this was the 14. So also first run, I believe, for today. Yeah, I think it was. So I wasn't even I was trying to warm up. Excuses. Well, yeah. I don't know. I'm just trying this out, talking a little bit over the video and see what's up. Hopefully you like it, and if you do, you know, just stick around, leave a like on the video if you feel like it, and have fun. Ciao.